Can you run a 4-minute mile? I know I can. I'm Gabriela Salcido, and I'm going to teach you a little bit of science behind that. Come with me. Okay, first let's talk about VO2 max. VO2 max is the maximum amount of oxygen your body can consume. Let's take a look at Olympic runner Steve Prefontaine. His VO2 max was 84 milliliters per kilogram per minute. To put that into perspective, he ran a mile in 3 minutes and 54 seconds and 3 miles in 12 minutes and 51 seconds. The VO2 max of an average male between 18 and 25 is between 42 and 46 milliliters per kilogram per minute. That's almost double. If you're just an average Joe, do not worry. You can improve VO2 max through training. I know it sounds harsh, but you have to put your body into stress. Your body will eventually adapt. Volume of mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, will increase. The volume of capillaries, the blood vessels that transport oxygen, will increase. You know what that means, right? More oxygen to muscles, greater VO2 max. Well, what happens when our body is low on oxygen? Let's take a look at cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is when glucose is oxidized and ATP is the final product, our energy. But when there's no oxygen, the citric acid cycle and oxidative phosphorylation will not happen, so the 28 ATP will not be made. Instead, lactic acid fermentation will happen, and this will not. This is anaerobic respiration, in which oxygen is not present, so glucose will be oxidized into pyruvate, and pyruvate will turn into lactic acid, which causes strain, and only 2 ATP is made, which is a reason why you have to slow down when you sprint after a while. When you are running way too fast, sprinting for example, your body is using too much energy for the oxygen you are able to supply, VO2 max. So if you still cannot run a 4-minute mile, you are not alone. There are other factors that affect performance. For example, body weight. Excess mass equals more energy expenditure. The length of your legs also gives you an advantage because runners are able to cover more ground without using as much energy. Another factor is genes. There are just talented runners that possess world-class cardiovascular systems and perfect physique, just like Olympic runners with high VO2 max. They learn to expend low energy from the oxygen they consume from factors such as training, proper nutrition and hydration, running dynamics, form. Even the environment makes a difference. Low altitude, light efficient shoes, hardly any wind resistance, cold weather that generates low body heat, a flat course. Next time, think of these mechanics when running, because then you might not go into lactic acid fermentation just as quick, and you'll be a step closer to running your 4-minute mile.